Good morning, social media world. Listen, we are having coffee and conversation with my husband and myself as we talk about coffee and conversation together. Oh my God, I'm muted. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Coffee and Conversation with my husband and myself. My apologies, but with my husband and myself, as we talk about coffee and conversation together, we do this every first Monday of the month to just share tools, principles, and get ready to rock out with us. Here we go. I don't know what's going on with my system, y'all. All right, here we go. Let's grow. All right, good morning, husband. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, something's going on. I think I'm in my. Go ahead, baby. You do the.
Hey,
Okay, there we go.
all right. You muted again.
I don't know. I have nothing to do with it. This is the computer acting crazy.
So, everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning. I pray over your Monday morning. I pray over your March. I pray you're having an awesome, awesome day. I pray over your week. First of all, I'm going to start off with that. So, Father God, I come this morning saying thank you, Lord, for everyone who is on this live, everyone who is hearing us right now, God, as we come forth to prepare to do this coffee and conversation, Lord. I just want to speak life into somebody. I want to speak encouragement to somebody, Lord, that they can speak into their day before their day speak into them. Lord, we love you, we honor, we adore you this morning. In your name we pray, amen.
Amen. I'm having some technical difficulties. Good morning. Someone said good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Instagram. What's up? What's up? What's up? So, again, if you didn't hear me, this is Coffee Conversation that we do every first Monday of the month. That's early in the morning, 6:30 a.m. to rock out. And so we are ready to rock out with you. All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Hopefully, I don't have no more issues. Go ahead.
Now, who's want to come this morning and just touch spaces with you this morning? Um, it is like a wind blowing or something.
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'll put it on mute while you talk. Go ahead.
It's like you got some feedback. It's like either two speakers on at the same time or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But we want to say good morning to everybody. We are, like I said, coming this morning. Want to just have a little conversation. We have had a long week last week, and it will be remiss if we didn't get on here and kind of talk about, what we dealt with this past week and what we did this past week. Even though it was something from Harden Enterprise, it was still something that we think that is worthy of conversation. We have been doing business now for, and y'all heard our story. We told you our story, how we went from, downside. We went from, one condition, then we downsized. We trusted the voice of God, and when we downsized, we went from that to moving into our own home. And well, after we downsized, we went moving to the church, moving to our home, and then moved from our home. We finally started our own business, and God has given us a lot of experiences. In those experiences, we felt as though that we should really share it with some people, and we started what we call the Lions Den. Are you able to come on now, babe?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. And so it's what you call the Lions Den. And the Lions Den, it's been something that it's been a place, I guess, where we can kind of share our testimony on a regular basis of who we are. So we wanted to come this morning and talk about what happened this last week, and kind of like the the different things and different experiences. I really wish we would have had some of the people join us that was there. They can kind of share their experiences. But definitely want to kind of talk about, the whole week, and kind of like first start off with you, sweetheart. What was your takeaway? If you had to sum the whole weekend up, and I know maybe I didn't do a good job of kind of just explaining what happened, but if
Mhm.
you have a good chance to kind of explain, what was your take on this week?
Man, this week was absolutely, for those that don't know and may be watching this for the first time, we had what you call a small business development workshop, which is a part of our business. I know we come on with coffee conversation more about, church life, love, marriage, and ministry. And so we decided to kind of have this conversation because we just because it just happened, this past weekend with the Lions Den. It's called the Lions Den small business community. And so within this community, we have business owners that either want to start, sustain, or scale their business for success, or some that may want to sell their business,
Yeah.
to other people. And so during this weekend, we had our very first. Let's get that clear. Our very first business workshop.
Yes.
We had one before, but not to this magnitude.
No.
We had it at the church, I think about 2 years ago, which started the Lions Den. Actually, going from there, we started the Lions Den because of the information that we found out that's out here in the government streets, right?
Yeah.
We
Yes.
found out that this information is out here. And so, because we found out this information, we just want to share with everybody else. It's no pyramid scheme, it's nothing to that nature. It is an opportunity to be able to, um, um, she said, I recommend the Lions Den for every business owner. I know that's right.
And I
Uh,
want to jump in that and just say this real quick. Don't lose the thought, but I'll say this real quick. And we thought like we did not want all of that, media that's been dropped. We knew there'd be a lot of questions like, what is that? What are y'all doing? You know, maybe some of y'all didn't know about it at all. Maybe some of y'all had saw what was going on, didn't know if you should join. And if you ever have gained access to a lot of resources and you felt bad because you had it all to yourself, we wanted to come on this morning and also kind of share that with you and say, hey, what it really is, just in case you say, that's something I do need. We don't want anybody to be left out of the resources God is blessing us with. Go ahead, sweetheart.
so it's a very amazing community. And in that community, we are sharing. I ditto everything my husband said, man, because I think some people they ask other people versus probably going to the website and kind of seeing, which we understand that, kind of seeing what it is. And so with the den, it is one of those where you're able to, good morning, where you are able to learn how to grow your business. And we have a development plan to do so. And so this weekend, I think what happened, husband, they started they
Good morning.
started good morning. They started realizing that everything that we've been teaching over the last 2 years, we've been
Yes.
in the den, the
Yes.
last 2.5, maybe 3 years that we've been in the den, they found out, oh man, this stuff makes sense.
So what I'm going to do quick, because like I say that you're 1,000% right, and so I feel like if some people are going to understand. If you're a Lions Den member, you're going to understand what we're talking about when we keep saying Lions Den, Lions Den, Lions Den. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a big step back and kind of explain what is the Lions Den, and so that people will understand, what the whole concept of Lions Den is. So what happened was, and I want you to hear this because there are a lot of lions out there. My light, I think we have all kind of technical difficulties this morning. My light looks dark, but what happened is that every last one of us got a lion on the inside of us, and God touched our hearts and He pushed us out there. We learned some things, and then we read a book, and the book was called Instinct by T.D. Jakes. And when we read that book, he talked about how each one of us have this lion. We were lions we lions in a zoo. We belong in other places. We belong in the jungle instead of in the zoo. We have this instinctive thing that no matter if you're on that Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, if you're, working for somebody else, but man, I belong somewhere else like I was for years, but you feel as though your heart that I really should be an entrepreneur, but we're afraid. We are very afraid. And the reason why we're afraid because we don't know how we can do it by ourselves. We don't know how we can accomplish this. And many of us have tried to accomplish it. We tried to jump out there. We tried to get out there and do it. And we came back with our tail tucked between our legs, like, can you please get my job back? And we try to do a little hustle on the side because we know instinctively that I don't belong here, but I don't know how to survive out there. And so that's why God touched the heart and said, you need a Dina Den, because if a lion goes to the jungle, and when they get out there, the only way they can survive, they got to find other lions that's been there for a while. They got to find people who've been walking in the jungle for a while, who've been hunting in the jungle for a while. That's what the Lions Den is about. It's about a place where, as we learn and we get experience, God has told us to share this information and give this information to people who need it. So when they get out there, they can survive. So we've been sharing this information for almost 3 years. And this here was like a climax. Like, okay, everybody who's been following, everybody who's been coming along, let's come here to this room. We're going to bring people here. The Lions Den is not about building Clyde and Tanya. The Lions Den is not about building Harden Enterprise. The Lions Den is about creating a space where minority businesses, small businesses, young entrepreneurs can come and say, hey, I need a place where I can come, where I can know for a fact exactly what I'm doing. So I don't have to do this a second, third, and fourth time. It's a place where you come and be safe to know that I'm learning and I'm growing at a pace that's healthy, and I can learn from people and around people who's growing as well. So if you didn't know what the Lions Den is about, it's just that. I mean, it's a lot more to it. But to sum it up, you think it's a good summary of it, sweetheart?
Hmm. I think we have shared it so much uh, on other videos to where it's out there, and it is a growing community, and we're growing together. So it's one of those. But
Yeah.
I just think this weekend was unexplainable, was impactful, was empowering, and you just want to be a part of the den, period. If you want to start, you just want to come, and you can go to our website and find out more. It's the Lions Den, yeah, at HE Service or something like that. But you can definitely go and be a part of it.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. So a couple things that that happened this weekend. Let's talk about who we brought in. And for those who's watching the clips and videos, we brought in some great resources of people. And if you're out there right now and you're doing a business right now, we're going to just stop a couple of tips right now. The very first speaker we brought in was, well, first of all, I say that we believe in when you're dealing with business, there's four things you have to have. Number one, you have to have a trade or a skill. Number two, you got to have accounting. Number three, you got to have marketing. Number four, you got to have administration. And we hit all four of those areas. Number one, we brought in Miss Chris King. Miss Chris King was a great resource because she works with QuickBooks. If you ever had a business accounting system, if you ever dealt with much business, you've heard of QuickBooks. QuickBooks is an accounting system, and she talked to us and told us the importance of having a great account system. So if you listen today, even if you don't get a chance to do anything else, listen to these words. You need an accounting system. You cannot, and she didn't just prove it on one page. Throughout the whole workshop, every room, every person talked about you need an accounting system. You need an accounting system. You need an accounting system. If you want a grant, you need an accounting
I
system.
think that's the thing that happened too is that everything that we've been saying and everything we've been doing, it allowed people to see, okay, we hadn't just been talking. Like every person came and said you need a counter system. Every person came and said you need a P and L. Every person came and said
Yeah,
you need, they got to be able to contact you at a professional email address. Every person came and said, you know what I'm saying? It was like
yep,
for
yep,
me, it was like because I feel like everybody that we done shared, even when we went live and told them all the people that's going to attend and all the people that's going to be there, they did exactly what they were set out to do. They
yes.
did exactly what they were set out to do when they do an assignment of this. So I know for me, after leaving the event, I want to ask you that, husband, how do you feel after leaving the event? Like, what would you do different?
For me, well, first of all, I'm gonna answer two questions. After the event, I felt like, man, we've been doing what God told us to do. That's the first thing
That
I can say. I feel like that we've been doing exactly what God told us to do because it's like all the pieces came together. And if it's something that I would do different after the event is, I would number one keep learning, keep sharing, because I realize now that we are on assignment and we're accomplishing that goal. And I think, and I will keep pushing, keep promoting the den, and I'm hoping that others people will keep promoting, keep pushing the den, because I really believe that this is the answer to the disparity. Look at the word disparity. I want you all to research that word disparity. The word disparity is a gap of difference. It's a gap of difference. That means that this is the one place that people are. This is another place where people, you know, this is a place of advantage, a place of disadvantage, and that gap in between is disparity. I would, keep learning, keep learning, keep learning. We're not the perfect business. We told the Lions Den this. We have a 5-star scale. We're working on our 4-star. And so we're growing, and I will keep growing, keep pushing, keep learning, and keep sharing. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep learning, keep sharing. And I believe that we was told something at the workshop that Hispanic businesses are growing expeditiously. Is that word?
Yes, that
They're
part.
they're coming together as a community, and they're developing fast. They're growing, and they're becoming one of the largest minority groups.
Yes.
I believe that after this weekend, I truly believe, and if you listen to me and you're on the Lions Den, and you really believe this too, I truly believe through the Lions Den that we're gonna start working to make the African American community just as advanced and just as aware of how to matriculate in business as the Hispanic community as well. That's what I believe. That's what I'm seeing.
If you believe that, den members, I dare you to put the little line in there. The line. She said the workshop was amazing and definitely worth the investment. I know that's right.
And I think that's what I want to do this morning is that, so many people, in this age, sweetheart, of, so many people doing so many different things, right? And you don't know which one to choose. If it's anything, I'm like, man, I really hope that if it's one heartbreaking thing I had this weekend, one heartbreak, I knew so many other entrepreneurs out there needed it. And I don't blame them for not coming. I just breaks my heart because I know it's so much. We're paralyzed by possibility. We got this possibility, we got that possibility, we got that possibility, we got this possibility, and like so we paralyzed. What do I do? Do I trust this? Do I trust that? It really broke my heart because y'all don't understand the resources that God is sharing. These things are real. See, what happened is we're so used to being in rooms where they talk about how you can make me get rich by you selling to 20 people.
That
You
part.
sell to 20 people, and then you keep some, you give me some, and that's what we call a pyramid. It's why it's like a bottom and a top. That's why I call it a pyramid. And we have so many rooms like that, and we have tried so many different things so I can get out of this rut. So many of us know we're doing a get rich quick scheme, but we figure if I can get rich quick, then I can start getting more responsible and stay rich by doing other responsible things.
Hmm.
This weekend was about us getting knowledge,
Yeah.
information, how to start small, grow big. Oh, that's good. It's like an upside down pyramid.
Come on, G's on mainline.
Instead of trying to grow big and make other folks small rich, we say we're gonna start small and we're gonna grow big. And then we can once we get up there, we can create. Let's look at this. If it start with me and then I grow big, that means I'm including my whole entire family, my entire generation, my grandkids. And
Hmm.
so we learn how to be responsible at a small level. So once we grow on a larger level, we can
Yes.
now include more things and more people. So that's what I would do. I don't know if I answered your question.
Yeah, I know for me it was what would I do different is don't move fast, move slow. I always say that. Move at the pace that works for me as a business owner
Yeah.
and not a pace of everyone else because I could see I heard the end goal. Let me say that. This past weekend, y'all heart it up if you feel me. If you heard the end goal this past weekend, I heard that there are so many what is her name? Miss Bobby shared with us over hundreds of opportunities. And her words were that messed me up for the whole weekend. Her words was this: come, we need your bit. What she say? Come work with us, or
We're gonna teach you how to work with. We're gonna
we
teach you
gonna
how to work
teach you
with us.
how to work with us. Those were her words. We're
Yep.
gonna teach you how to work with us, how we can get your business, right?
Yep.
That messed me up. That let me know that somebody out there, good morning.
Look who's back to the
Look
lands.
who's back. Good morning. But that will let us know, that let me know that there are organizations or there are major agencies that are wanting to work with me,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
that are wanting to work with you, that are wanting to work with small businesses. And one of the things that Miss that she said was within our minority, our black culture, what was it? 1% that
2%, I think
they,
she said.
and then she said it just went up like 3 or 2% or something.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That it just went up to like 2%. That means that our minority people are not working with agencies.
At
And
all.
here's the thing that I found out though. I believe, and I wanted to ask her this, and I should have, dang it, I forgot to ask. I believe the reason is because we don't have our paperwork in order.
Yeah, and that's the thing, everybody. So once we started this whole thing this past weekend, we understand that. So I want you to picture yourself, and I think that's what happens, sweetheart. Every time I open my mouth, I'm thinking, I want to speak to that one individual or that two individuals. If there's hundreds of individuals out there who really think, okay, what was it about? I really do want to start my own business, but what was it about? And so I'm talking to you. A lot of us are self-employed, and we're thinking that that is the next level. And what we want to do is shift everybody from self-employed to business owner, and that's the reason why. So I want you to know this was very strategic. Um, to look at behind, yes, you're all right. You're
It's
right,
all
and this is
right.
very strategic because we were told entrepreneurship is going from employment to self-employment. And when we walked out from employment to self-employment, we thought we did it, we accomplished it, we're beating the odds, and this is what this workshop was about. This workshop was about trying to let you know, no, you didn't, and they lied to you. And that's why you went back to work from Monday through Friday to five because that was not the transition. That was the test. That was the hustle. But you're supposed to convert that hustle from self-employed to business ownership. And this what this workshop was about was teaching all of us what does it take to qualify for business ownership. That you can become a business owner. What's a business owner? No matter what, you have people working for you and they're making money while you're sleeping. They're making your business is making money. And that is a realistic opportunity. That is a real possibility. That's not just for white America. That's not just for corporate America. That is for everybody. But like my wife said, is your paperwork where it should be? Are you doing certain things? We talked about filing taxes. We talked about having a business bank account. We talked about everything everybody told you not to do. They told you don't open a business bank account because them folks gonna see your money. Don't file taxes because them folks gonna take your money. You
Or
know,
have everybody as a 1099.
have everybody
Like,
1099.
come on.
Oh, one of the biggest things that we debunked, y'all. This is one of the biggest things we debunked, and all the lines will tell you this here. People tell you that you gotta have a business address to a physical address of a business location office to have business credit. We had a lender come on the bank and said, "We don't care about that. We care about five C's, and your address
Hold
ain't one
up,
of them."
Jen. Baby, when that blessed my whole soul, I because we've been saying it, but I wanted a actual lender that she let. What I loved about this weekend, that lender let us know what am I looking for. If it comes to real estate, what am I looking for as a lender? I think her title of her whole thing was "Think Like a Lender."
Oh wow,
That did you know? Anybody else remember that? Her title was "Think Like a Lender."
thinking like I
She
didn't see that.
literally told us how to think like a lender. Make sure when you're going out here to, purchase property, purchase, not just property. If you were going to go in to rebuild a home, if you were going to,
Buy
start
equipment.
construction,
You
go
said
ahead,
buy equipment.
buy equipment. These are the things that you need.
And
That
that's
she
what they
said,
said.
think like a lender. That blessed my whole spirit.
And she said you did not have to have good credit on your personal side. You will have to use your personal credit, but you will not have to have good credit. She said a 400 was okay, didn't she? Did she say a 400 was okay?
I think it was 5.
500 she said was
Yeah,
okay?
but she said 700 is not. Of course, you want good credit, period. Now, we don't
Yeah.
want to teach somebody that.
But we
We
don't
always
want
want
you
to make sure, but
to
you
not
don't
to
have
go.
to have no, in order to get lending. If your business is getting you where you want to be, we're gonna always encourage you, pay your bills with your business. When your business start making money, you start making sure that your credit is where it's supposed to be. But she did tell us the three different, people to go and look at because all of them count at different places. So
Yeah.
it depends on who pull your man. We got a lot of information, man.
We did, and and what we wanted to do is realize that if we're making these transitions, and if we are here, we have to realize that it's possible. I think the key thing is that we think, oh, this is not for me. This is for everyone else. No, it is possible. And not only is it possible, it's responsible. If we're going to do business, let's learn to do it right so we can move in those arenas that we never thought we could move in. This weekend, we learned that it's possible. And everybody we brought in all those realistic tools, realistic opportunities.
Hmm. It still just messed me up the amount of opportunities that is just in one agency, which is TDCJ,
Hmm.
not in and the others like the colleges, the opportunities that is available. Somebody say it is possible. Yes, it is. It
Yeah.
is absolutely possible. And if anything happened this weekend, our goal was to show those that attended that this is possible. And you don't have to just have one stream of income. You don't got to be the one that's working. Oh man, let's talk about the speed networking,
Oh
because the
man, that was
speed
awesome.
networking messed up the mind of people, because the same thing we've been saying, the business owners, shout out to all of them, Urge Works, with Chris Gomez, that's his business,
Yes, yes,
as well
yes.
as the Spivies that came out, as
Yes.
well as Miss Courtney Reed and
Courtney
her
Lee
husband,
and her
Mr.
husband.
Reed,
Yes.
that came out to talk about trucking. One of the things that one of the people that told us was that they were told, hey, you need to get some, why are you doing the work? You need to get some employees. I don't know how many times we preach that. You don't want to do all the work. You want to hire other people to
Yes.
do the work. So we found out the power of hiring others to come on your team, which creates more opportunities when you learn to meet the need. So we talked about that. We've been talking about it forever. Become the middle person,
Yeah.
become the person that is not doing the work, but even, and Bishop, here's the thing that I loved about it, and we did not share this. I'm just rambling. Help me. We did not share this. Even while we were there at the a workshop, we had work going on away from the workshop.
Yes, we did.
That's
Yes, we did.
another way of thinking. We had jobs that was happening outside of us being, and we at the workshop, but the jobs are happening. You can't be 15 places at one time, but you can make
No.
sure somebody else is there.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. So I want y'all to hear me. So we didn't want to just jump on this live just to talk about how great the workshop was, even though we want you to know how great the workshop was. We wanted it to still bleed over. If you saw it and your heart was like, man, I wonder what that's about. I really need something like that. I want to tell you ultimately what it's about. It's teaching you that you can go from being self-employed, you're working by yourself. And this, I want to say, I want to applaud you first of all. I want to applaud you. I want to applaud you for saying, you know what, I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to get out there. I want to start my own business. I want to start hustling. Like I told you before, I don't care if it's Mary Kay, I don't care if it's whatever it is, you realize I need another stream of income. I want to applaud you for that. But I want to also free you up. God is freeing our mind up, and we want to free everybody's minds up, is that you can shift easily from self-employed to becoming a business owner. Now listen, a business owner is someone who employs other people. Let's see, simple as this is that maybe you was doing hair. Let's figure out how you can get 5 people to do hair with you. And that you open a business for them to come into. Maybe you was cutting grass. How can you get 5 people to cut grass? And we talked about breaking a lot of mentalities that us as African Americans have because we want all the money, we want to be self-made, we don't want to tell us anything, and all those things. We don't want to pay taxes, and some of the different things in our mind that African Americans have been creating over the years has limited us. But we want to break all of those things and tell you that you do want to use other people's advice, not be self-made. You do want to hire people and share the money. You do want to pay taxes. You do. We talk about all those things. And if you can get over the mindset that I don't want anybody to help me, if you can get a mindset that I can make all the money by myself, if you can get on the mindset of all these different mindsets, you can shift easily from your self-employment position to your business ownership. And I'm literally, we have the person on the line just now just popped up. They literally went from being self-employed to becoming business owners in weeks because they did the work. And some work you got to do. My wife said, I've said it, and we've been hearing it over and over again. To get out here, and I'm gonna give you a word in a second. That's going to be important. But to get out here, businesses don't pay people, they pay paper. You have got to have paper in hand. And there's 3 things we like to teach and understand: B to C, B to B, and B to G. Those are three type of businesses, three type of way of doing business. You can do business to customer, you can do business, or you do business to government contracting. So a lot of us live in that B2C. That is so, I hate that. That is so inconsistent, because if the customers don't want to pay, do want to pay, you got to fight with customers all the time. B2B is contracting. You can get a contract with a business. They keep you moving. And then you get a contract with the government. And so we talked about all this here because we wanted you to realize that this is possible. Most of us think that business, if I get business with the government, that's going to be impossible. For me to get a contract with a business, that's going to be impossible. That's not true. We understand, and we talk to people this weekend, and they learn from us, and we learn from them, that there's simple ways you can go out right now and get a contract to where you will not just be self-employed looking and hoping that you get a paycheck, that you will be a business that you own, that you hire other people to get more work done, and you can convert. Listen, wealth is not a figment of imagination. It's right out there. We just got to go get it.
Yep. Well, I know what we want to encourage you on this coffee conversation as we close out an amazing weekend. I think when we got through, me and my husband both said, "We did it! We
Man,
did it! It's completed!" And God did what He set out to do. I know, I hate using that in that type of arena, but it's the truth. God did exactly what He set out to do, and we want to encourage you, man. Come and be a part of the community. Come and
yes.
be a part of what we're doing. Come and date us in the free Facebook group. Now we don't do a lot in there. I know some people be like, we don't do a lot. We do a lot in our classroom. We have a Lions Den small business development classroom. And in this
Okay.
classroom, we develop you as a business owner, even if you hadn't started. And I know this may sound like a sales pitch, but it is. Call it what you want at the end of the day. Because why? We want our minority and whoever else want to be a part. It does not matter. We don't discriminate. But
Not at
our
all.
goal, man, because of where we come from and because of not knowing and because of what we learned as individuals, my husband just want to teach it to those that want to listen. And the only way you're going to listen is when you pay attention. When you don't pay, you don't
You
pay
don't
attention. We
at
tried it.
all.
It don't work. So we encourage you, man, come and be a part of this community. We have some amazing things coming up. We meet every other Sunday. We didn't meet this past Sunday because we was tired on weekend, but we meet every other
Side
Sunday
boss.
at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And here's the thing about the Den. It is not just for people in Texas. Baby, we got people that rocks out with us all over. So come and be a part. And if we will learn about your state and about your city and about what you do, because we want you to win. And at the end of the day, when somebody say that, I know most people when they sell and they say that, no, 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 sugar, we mean that.
Yeah.
Because it's not for us to win, it's for you to win. Now we may partner with you in the den. That we want to partner with those in the den. We may partner with you, and partnering meaning you gonna make your money, we make ours, right? So we may do that, but other than that, it's really to make sure that your grandbaby's good, that you good,
Amen.
that you have multiple streams of income. When we saw that this was something, let me tell y'all something. I tried everything. I tried Mary Kay because I wanted to be a business owner. It was just in my shanana to be a business owner. So, how many of you done tried everything? I want you to put the number one in the screen. I've tried everything. I've tried so much. I tried Mary Kay. I did the vacuums at one time. Remember that? I did vacuums.
Yep.
I did vacuums. I did selling something, joining. When you travel. I did the traveling. And I found out in the midst of that, I got people that say they didn't try stuff. Come on here. I didn't try some stuff. But I found out this here works.
Yep.
I've
Yep.
seen the manifestation, I've seen the evidence of this, and this here works and it's work.
Yeah. It is.
This here works and it work. And you got to put in the work. and you learn so much in the process. I shared with the people at the den something that I want to do and I've been wanting to do forever. And when I look at that thing I want to do, husband, is work.
It is. It is.
Man,
It is.
it's gonna be work. But do I believe in it? Yes. Because I
Yes.
have a community that believes with me.
And that's the thing about the community. The community knows work, and so we have a support system. And when you want to quit, we won't let you quit. We keep pushing you because we realize we're not doing this for us. We're doing this for our great grandkids. We're doing this for our grandkids. We're doing this for our kids. So, we want you to realize that it's not going to be easy. You're not going to just join the den and then all of a sudden you get a major contract, get rich overnight. No, no, no. You're going to join the den with an idea. We're going to help you nurture that idea. We're going to help you grow that idea. We're going to help you put work. We're going to put you in front of people who have done that idea. We're going to teach you how to go find people who's succeeding that idea. We're going to tell you what it's going to take to make that idea profitable. We're going to tell you how to go bump your head, scar your knee. And by the time you get through, you're going to look up and that idea is going to be something that you conquered, you're winning in, and then you're going to be able to master it. That's what the den is about. The den is about having a family there who has been there, done that, and are now pushing each other to stay in the fight. That's what every other community is doing. If you look at, any community out there that's winning, they're out there saying, "Hey, this is quitting is not an option. If you're gonna make it, quitting is an option. Whatever community you're in, and as an entrepreneur community, like I said, Hispanic community, they're not letting people say no. You look at, the Asian community. When they raise up, they tell them that, oh no, you're gonna become great. You're gonna do something great. It's like we are taking responsibility in our community, saying, if you want to be held accountable, come on. This year, New Destiny is a year of accountability. That's our vision this year. What are you accountable to? You're accountable. Oh, wow, my gosh. Oh, I felt that whole shift in my spirit. What are we accountable to? We're accountable to receiving every promise God has. If God said, I got promises over here for everybody, why is everybody else getting the promises except for us? Somebody say broke is not an option. Poverty is not an option. Bitterness is not an option. Greatness is the only option. If God has called me to greatness, we need a community that is not going to be jealous. We need a community that's not going to look down upon us when we start winning. We need a community where I can celebrate. This is what we say. We can cry and celebrate around you. You can handle my tears and my cheers. It's hard when I can't cry and celebrate, or it's when I can't have tears and cheers around people. We want to build community to where, hey, we are accountable to being responsible. I want somebody to type that. We are accountable to be responsible.
I love
And we are trying to hold everyone to the same thing that me and my wife. It was really selfish for us to create the den because we knew we were trying to do it. We wanted to help other people, but we want other people to help us. We want
right.
other people to push us. Thank you so much. Every promise. Um, greatness is
Greatness.
the only option.
I know that's right. I think Sister Lena came back different. I
I
believe
think
she
you
did.
have.
I think she came
Y'all,
back different.
listen, I don't know if who's listening to this live right now, but I'm gonna tell you right now. I've seen people be born again in church. I have seen people be born again in church. Y'all, folks were born again in this workshop. People was literally, I promise you, I seen one young lady come in. I won't use names, but she came in, and what people are like, well, this ain't churches. No, God is everywhere.
Yes, he is. And God
And
is
I
in your business. So look, God is in your literally he's in your
in your
business.
business.
He's
I
in
saw
your
this young
business.
lady. She came in and she was so passive and everything. But when we got through, she was jumping around, jittery, like, I can't wait. I'm like so excited because she finally believed. And that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to get you to turn the light switch. I think I seen at least 4 people this weekend. The light switch came on and I saw belief in their eyes.
Man, I know I seen five or six, I think. Because from one person saying, I get it, I had my aha moment of no, not one employee. I don't need to be doing the work. I get what y'all saying now. Even though we've been saying
Yeah.
somebody saying that, somebody else saying, "Oh my God, this changed my life." You believe me, you're gonna get their testimonials soon in our marketing campaign for this event. You will
Yes.
see their testimonials. So it ain't nothing that we just saying. It's something that they wrote. They said that they enjoyed during our survey of what they enjoyed about this, and their excuse me, and it's not just what we're saying, but man, when I tell you, it was life changing for us because when you start something like this, and if I can just be real, y'all know us, I like to be real and relevant, is that I was terrified out of my mind to start a community like this when my husband and I sat down. First of all, I think I brought it to you and said, babe, I think we ought to do this, and let's start doing it virtual, And
Yep.
then God gave you the name of it. And so in the process, though, I was terrified because I'm like, okay, will this really work? Is this gonna, I don't
Yep.
know.
It's like it
How
was it's like the second scariest thing we did since we started church.
Yes, this was it. Look, did y'all know that? Heart it up if you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna just say, I'll put in the heart so Bishop can see your hearts. Did y'all know we were scared? All the DM members, anybody? We were terrified starting this. Put the blue heart. I want to see your hearts representing that lion's den. Yes,
Right,
that
terrified.
we
We was
was
terrified this weekend.
terrified, huh?
We was terrified this weekend.
We was terrified this weekend. Come here, Glory. We were terrified. Good morning, Sister. We was terrified this weekend because we didn't know what it was going to turn out to be. What am I saying to you is that whatever you do it afraid. We
Yes.
were terrified, we were scared, but we knew somewhere down that this was going to allow, if we could just get one person to get it. And when we got that one person to get it, husband,
Yes. That's it.
I'm talking about, and I would say this: the person that got it to me was a person that said, "I'm gonna do one thing," and then they start doing a whole nother thing that met a need.
Yes.
Oh my God!
So listen, and I'm gonna say this here,
Come
right?
on, oh y'all, this our balloon lady. This is the lady that did the hey,
Hey, Miss
Google.
Bates, you did an awesome job. Those
Awesome
balloons
job. Hey, I
was
heard
life.
about the opportunity that's gonna be happening. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
tell
for
y'all
real.
business, but I'm excited.
But I want to say this real quick, man, because when we I know that I know I keep saying this here, and I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. Our community is for everybody. It is. It's for Caucasian. It's for African American. It's for Hispanic American. It's for everybody. But please allow me, all other communities, to push mine because I know for a fact our problems, our dilemmas. We have so many. We want so many things, but we don't want to invest to get it. We want so many different things, but we want to do it our own. I want to tell our community that listen, let's do it together. We
Man,
can. The Lions Den is for everybody, but it's really for you. I really believe this, and I don't know if you know me. If you don't know me, just trust me and ask somebody else about me. But I'm saying this, I really mean it. I do believe that this community is the answer to my prayers and so many of our prayers. Not just because we did it. Well, I believe because we were responsible for doing it. We was responsible and we did it. So I say not responsible for doing it. We were responsible and we did it because God told us to. But to see it happening, all I keep thinking about, if we can get every African American to finally say, I need help. I
yeah,
can't do it on my own. Just one example, I know a young man who had a business. He was very responsible, making business happen for his family. He was helping his daughters. He passed away. He died. His LLC died with him.
yes,
If he would have somebody tell him, hold up, go put your children on your LLC so if you die, it won't die with you. If he would have one person tell him that, his children would have to go now and start all the way over again.
yeah.
It's so many
And they
different
couldn't touch those funds. They
funds
couldn't
was
touch
locked up.
the funds were
Everything was
locked
there.
up. You don't want that for your babies. You want to do it the right way.
Advanced directives. We don't just talk about business. We talk about you. We have some other things coming up in the future. It's gonna help out different things. Listen, I can't say it no other better way. It's just to say this here. If you are a African American out there, if you any grace, you're welcome. But I'm specifically talking about African Americans, and you're trying to do it by yourself. Stop. Stop.
Please.
I have a sermon series coming up in 3 weeks after my wife preaches, and it's called "Follow the Leader." It's all about not being self-made. Go ahead, baby.
And I was going to say, our sermons go hand in hand, almost back to back. Because
Yeah, they
my
do.
my series that I'm doing is faith forward, faith
Faith forward.
forward, and you saying follow the leader.
Yep.
I didn't even notice that until just now. Faith forward, because if you don't learn anything else in this community, you learn the power of faith. And the people that's in y'all not gonna have me crying this early in the morning because I feel like I'm about to cry because the people in this community is really faithing it because I don't know what the end is going to be, but I trust the amount of people that are in this community to allow me to see it. So, yes, we pushing it because we see the outcome. Like I said, terrified when we first started. I was scared out of my mind. But when I saw that it worked for somebody else,
Yes.
psh, the sky is the limit. And especially with our development plan. We've had people go through the development plan, husband. And when they went through the plan, one person was like, I got everything. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And we've had two people do that. They had everything they needed and they hit a brick wall.
Yeah.
And we were able to assist them to get to the next level. And
Yeah.
now that person has all that they need. And they said we can use them as an example, but I'm not going to do that. I do that in the classroom, but not here. But they went and hit a brick wall and they realized, oh my God, this is true. I got to make sure my paperwork is where it's supposed to be. I got
Yeah.
to make sure that that happens. And so in this development plan, we're able to show you that, man.
Yeah.
So yes, we're gonna push this. We so look on our social media page, join the Lions Den small business community. It's a free page. It's a private page. Go join that page, man. And we
And
might
just
open
in
up another one, but yeah.
Yeah. And just in case somebody say, well, I don't have a business yet. I'm thinking about it. When I get my business going, then I come. No, 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 no. The lion's den is better for that person before you get started. Because if you start before you get started, you start right. You don't have to go backwards. So the lion's den is for businesses that's just an idea. It's for businesses that's a start has started. It's for business that's been going for years. Because number one, the community is there for everybody. But number two, so you can go back and see, have I forgotten something? Did I overlook something? But for that business, we got about three startup businesses right now. I think that's just straight from the ground up, three or four startup businesses. And man, to see them, go from every stage, it's like to see them get pregnant, to see them, name their baby, to see them,
Boy,
nurture their
it's
baby,
beautiful.
and then see them actually birth that baby out, and then to see that baby start paying bills. This is
Jesus.
the only place you can birth out a baby and the baby start paying bills in the same month.
I'm so churchy. Yes, Jesus.
So,
That
um,
part.
it,
I,
so
I
I
would
mean,
say this too, husband. I would say this. Yep, I'm finna do it. Don't judge me, but I'm going to do it. Okay. Look, Bishop waiting like, what's she gonna do? I'm gonna do it. Here's the thing that we did when we started our business. We started it in 2019, whatever, and we pay for our LLC. But guess what we use to really invest in our business? Income taxes.
yeah, we
We
did,
used our income taxes to invest in our business. We
we did,
used it to invest, even when we got ready to build flip our first home. We used our income taxes to do even though we got it back, but we use it for surveys and extra stuff. Use your income taxes to pour into yourself and
yes,
invest in yourself. We did it. And most entrepreneurs will don't mind using their taxes to invest in their next.
and
Instead
whatever
of
you
going
get,
buying cars, buying shoes, buying this. Yes, I'm saying it, man. Invest in yourself. And when you invest in yourself, oh my gosh, that was the best thing that I could have done, that we could
yeah.
have done for ourselves, was invest in ourselves. So yes. Was I wrong for saying that?
No, no, that's
Yeah.
definitely because, like I said, we have to understand where we're gonna get it from. A lot of people have to figure out where we're gonna get it from because we spend all of our money in our mind before we get it in our hand. And so when we get it in our hand and some other opportunity comes up, we're like, well, this is already accounted for. Well, maybe you got to weigh out and see, do I need this or do I need this?
Yeah.
And so you make that decision. So
Somebody
I'm
say
just
smart.
So
Right.
I just wanted to stop by this morning. We won't take up much more of your morning. We definitely want to stop by this morning and just kind of. I know a lot of people saw pictures and saw different things. You're gonna see stuff because we're so excited about it. But let what is Alliance and all about, and that's what it's about. It's about taking you from your place of frustration about business, taking you from your place of aggravation or business, or taking you from your place of curiosity about business and putting you in a place of comfort, a place of encouragement, a place of real possibility. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right here, entrepreneurship, and I won't just say entrepreneurship, business ownership is not for everybody else. It's for you too. You
Come
just
on.
need to be put in the right room with the right people, with the right resources. And the line's gonna tell you, the Hardens was right there with pens and paper in those rooms. We taught some classes, yes, we did. But when everybody else talking, we was right there writing as well. You're not talking to people who have made it and not trying to prove to you how great we are.
No,
No,
we're
you
still
thought
learning.
We talk to people who's learning and not just learning. We're gonna put you in a seat beside us while we learn. And if we do know it, we're gonna tell you. And guess what we do? When you join, you know some stuff too. You may
Right.
not know what you know, but we're gonna pull from you. That's what make a community. Not having one person to look up to. It's all of us linked around in a circle and realize we have something to bring to this community to make it great. And so that's what we want to do. We want to let you know that it's still an opportunity. This was not just something that we were doing leading up to a workshop. Now it's over with. No,
It's
this
not over.
community is for life.
Yes. If you want it
It's
to be,
for life.
I would say this too, and I must say this part before we go, is that we understand that this community is not for everybody. We say that in church. We know our church is not for everybody. And our church is not for everybody, and everybody is not for our church. And
Hmm.
I would say the same thing with this community. This community is not for everybody. It's all about how much you want it. Because we're gonna put you
Yes.
to work while we're
Yes.
also working. You're gonna be working as well to meet your goal. So if you're ready to do that, this community is for you to put in the work, to be a part of it.
I'm excited. We got a lot of things coming up. We're working on podcasts. We're working on,
Come on.
classes. We're working on. We want to create every avenue we can to share information, even with people who's not in the community, because we don't want you to think, well, only way we're going to share with you if you're in the community. No, the community is where people come to get pushed. We're going to create other avenues for people to come get educated. We're always going to share education. We're not this thing where only if you pay us, we're going to feed you. No, no, no. We're going to push those who pay us to push them, but we're
Right.
going to feed everybody. So we're trying to figure out every way possible we can feed people in a way that's going to be beneficial to us and to them. We're also working on a financial literacy course to come out
I'm
here
working
pretty
on a
soon.
marketing. They asked for a
Marketing
marketing.
class.
They asked for marketing. So I'm like, let's do it. Marketing class is gonna be coming up soon, couple of
And some
months.
And some people say, why do I need a financial literacy course? This is business. Well, we found out this weekend that you got to have your personal funds together so you can get a business loan. And if you have your personal funds together, you don't have to spend it because then you can use other people's money instead of your money. And so we're
Yeah.
going to talk about that. So we got a lot of stuff coming
I
up.
would say this too though. Our baby even said, I know you gotta go. Our baby even said, hey mama, I didn't know they didn't know about reconciliation and you know what I'm saying? She's like, I
Yes.
had to do a class on that. So you may be getting that one as well
How
with
to
our daughter, where
reconcile.
she'll show you how to do what is it called? Reconcile,
Reconciling.
reconcile it, and the other one,
How
categorize it.
to
She was like, "I
categorize and
can show them how
reconcile.
to do it. They was asking me." So you look up, you may get that as well. So a lot of great stuff that we have coming up for the rest of this year. So no, it is not over. I will say that it's not over.
Yeah.
I'm done. My
Yeah.
bad.
So yeah, so you can still join the Lions Den. You can go online and join. And there's two options. There's one you can pay in full, get it over with, and pay in full. You can pay a 3 month payment plan. Well, if y'all give us so much information, why it's free, why it's not free? We tried the free thing. People don't show up. We have all this information. People don't show up. We don't, and we realize when people pay, they pay attention and they show up. We're asking you to pay so you have something to keep your attention to keep coming. We found out we went from a certain amount to next amount to next amount, and we found this now amount we at right now is a sweet enough amount where people, no matter how busy they are, they show up to go get their money worth.
Right.
And they're coming every 2 weeks. We meet with them every 2 weeks. We meet together every 2 weeks. We share information every 2 weeks, and this has been a blessing. So it's been nice doing this live with you this morning, baby. We still riding a wave.
Yeah, I know.
How
Y'all, we
many of y'all
riding
still
the
riding the
wave.
wave?
Look, just all these Dens members. You see them riding the
I
wave,
see
riding
him.
the
I
wave.
see him.
Y'all riding the wave. Put the number one. Y'all still riding the wave of
You
this
still
event.
riding the wave.
Number one, number one. If you still riding, I'm gonna put the number one shucking. I'm riding the
Shoot.
wave. That's
I'm
for
gonna put
me
the
and
number
Bishop.
one.
We
I
riding the
put
wave, man. This has
I put
been.
the one I put the one on YouTube.
Oh, you put the one on YouTube. Come on,
Yeah.
Bishop. We got these ones coming through. I see. Good morning, Ashton.
Hey, Miss Ashton. Yeah, that's a chef boy. I looked at I
That's
wish I
the
could,
show,
but
baby.
she looked like a chef when she was showing up on Saturday.
I love it. Other than that, hey, if you're watching, go watch the replay. Make sure you like, you share all of that great stuff. We want to get as many as our minority businesses as we can into the den. It is still up and popping. Somebody told us one day, they said, man, the den is popping. It's hot or something they said. I don't know.
Hmm.
But we it ain't that we, yeah, come on and join us. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
Come
It's
on and
my
be a
shirt.
part. Huh?
My shirt matched my cup this morning.
Y'all, remember I talked about, put it back up there. Remember I talked about professionalizing? That's how you professionalize right there. I don't even have on mine, but that's how you professionalize.
This cup here
Come on,
come from Rhonda Lee.
crafts.
Rhonda Lee Crafts and more. Well, don't they look good? They look just alike, don't
Just like
they?
them. It's another one of her cups. I think this is a new Destiny one.
Yeah, the Destiny one.
Come
It get
on.
hot and it show the logo. When it get cold, the logo disappears.
Yes.
We here
All
to
right, we
promote
ain't
your
gonna keep
business, girl.
everybody. I know, husband, you gotta work. You gotta work. You
Yeah, I
gotta
do.
work. Somebody say yes. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with us for the coffee and conversation. I know normally we talk about life, love, marriage, and all of that during that time, but because we just finished a great weekend, of course we had to talk about the Lions Den. Join this community, be a part as we continue to grow as a community. We would love for you to be a part. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube, for rocking out, man. If you don't do anything else and you don't remember anything else, remember this. Happy hunting.
Happy
Let's
hunting.
eat.
Let's see.
Stay blessed. Bye bye.